Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Like a plastic bag, like a plastic bag. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Like a plastic bag.
Baby, you're a plastic bag, plastic bag, plastic bag, plastic bag, plastic bag, plastic bag. Baby, you're a plastic bag, 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 plastic bag.
Welcome to 90 Day Days.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiance.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gate. Let's love.
If you're new to us, you probably just turned this off.
You just went,
or you
fuck
went,
these people.
Where am I? And I just have a stroke.
What we sang that because Poodle just said a lot of fireworks with Jihoon and Deavan, and it got in my head.
I just did. There's a YouTube. Hopefully, he becomes famous for this. Not for being on our podcast, but he should be. He does. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, like a plastic bag, like a plastic bag? And he went, baby, you're a plastic bag, and he's wearing a plastic bag.
And it's stupid, and it's really funny.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. If you Google, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Plastic bag.
Because sometimes we do. In fact, Poodle's sex life is like a plastic bag. He's just blowing every which way.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in his ass. Another thing to ruin.
Again, y'all, this is 90 Day Gays.
This is 90 Day Gays.
We have a lot of new people, so we're going to go over some stuff. I think we might have new people because, y'all, we were on Clapback.
We were on Clapback, 90, where they call it Before the 90 Days Strikes Back, which is stupid.
Which, by the way, y'all keep asking, Tom has not followed us yet.
Not yet.
My theory is he followed us, and then Poodle said he was a piece of shit.
Which I have been on record saying that Tom is a piece of shit.
And so he unfollowed us. And also,
Tom can take it.
And we're going to get eyelashes. Thanks, Darcy.
Darcy read us.
And she was right.
She did say, you got the faces pretty much on point, though.
So,
I will say, it was really surreal watching Darcy watch us act like her.
It was
and in bad wigs
in your living room, like
very strange.
It was surreal. Proud moment.
When I told my mother I was going to be on the show, she was like, "What?"
My mom didn't get it.
What? And I said, "I'm going to be on TLC." It's kind of like when the cast members watch people talking about. She's like, "Wait, they're going to watch you live?" And I said, no, we did a meme. And she's like, meme? What's a
Mother Poodle?
What's
by the way,
a meme?
Y'all, police are coming. Don't pull over.
And then I said, no, we did Darcy and Stacy. What, you imitated them? Kind of, in wigs and makeup. Oh.
And then it just got...
And then she's like, well, your dad's here. You want to talk to him?
See, your mother keeps trying to find out the answer. My mom just go, Mother Mar, or Mama Mar, it's usually I call my mother. Mama Mar just went, oh, well, that's fun. Send it to me. But she just kind of said...
My mother was so confused by the concept of Clapback.
I don't think she got it, but anyway.
She's like, well, hopefully it brings you something.
Hopefully that's good, I guess.
She's always my biggest support.
Always, our mothers. Y'all, just for if you're new and you can't tell us apart, my name is Matt Marr, a.k.a. people call me Mattie.
And I am Jake Anthony, a.k.a. Poodle, and I think our voices are completely different. Like mine is pleasing to listen to,
we just have
and yours
gay.
is like a klaxon.
Yeah, yours is kind of like, you know, when someone takes a garden hoe and they scrape it across your bare back. Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
Like that. We are the 90 Day Gays. And if you've watched us from the Darcy and Stacey video, I live in the role of Darcy.
You live in the role of Darcy,
Poodle
and
plays
I live in the
Stacey.
role of Stacey.
It's not far off from real life.
I kind of inhabit. We both kind of inhabit them.
Yeah,
I
so-
kind of do Stacey's, like when she puts her
Naturally,
hand
yeah, you
on her,
naturally do her
kind of like
hand
sits on her
gesture.
hand underneath her head.
And
I'm a little shady like Stacey
and I
is.
kind of naturally fuck people to feel loved. So, you know,
Yeah, you really do.
whatever. We're here.
And you've had some plastic surgery.
It's true. I've had a little Botox and a little bit of fillers,
Yeah.
and I'm happy about it. So, y'all, we're recapping the other ways. This is season 2, episode 12, called The Parent Trap.
The Parent Trap.
Before we jump into that, we just want to remind you, for new listeners too, this is our anniversary, y'all.
Jesus.
We the 22nd is going to be a year of 90 Day Gays. We can't
Wow.
believe that. So thank you. As a thank you to that.
Is this the little girl I carry?
So as a thank you, all of our content for this week is free. So meaning, normally our episodes of Love After Lockup and our
It's on our Patreon.
and our episodes of classic, not old 90 Day Fiance are Patreon episodes.
Everything we're putting out this
They're
week.
going to be on the regular feed as well. So be
So you
sure
can
to listen to
get
that.
an idea what that is. We'll tell you more about Patreon at the end of the episode.
In episode. So yeah, we also wanted to start, we're going to be doing, I took a picture because we forget everything. Tomorrow Wednesday at 5:30 to 5:30 p.m.
5 to 5:30.
Pacific time. So put
8.
Oh wait, no, 5:30. We're 5:30 to 6 Pacific time.
5:30 to 6 Pacific.
So what is that Eastern time, Poodle?
Convert 8:30. That's 8:30. 8:30 Eastern. 7:30 Central. What's the other one? Oh, 6:30 Mountain.
Mountain. We always forget about Mountain.
Mountain.
But not Mountain Men.
No.
Come on and play me that
Some
mountain
mountain
music.
music. Come
Like
on,
that
play
Grandma
it
and Grandpa used to play.
play.
That's a good song. Alabama.
That was a good harmony.
That was. Thank you.
I
didn't do
tell
it.
you when I know I did it.
You just
It's
complimented
good.
yourself.
It's good when our singing is good when you know the melody and I do the harmony.
I know some harmonies. You just doubt me.
No, I know you know them, but sometimes you don't know melodies.
Well, the melody to this is tomorrow on Wednesday,
Way to
8:19. We're going to be doing a live Instagram
a
kind
live
of
Insta.
talk with on.
That's what
their
the kids say.
Yes, it'll be in the show notes. On This Day Entertainment. That's their Instagram handle.
On this day entertainment, and the show is it's like reality.
They do reality. They're at 5 o'clock. From 5 to 5:30, they're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. Is that PRHOP?
Yeah,
I don't real. If y'all want Real Housewives, listen to
watch what crappens.
Crap.
They do
We
it
love
much better
Ben
than
and
we
Ronnie.
do.
We're friends. They're great. But we're at 5:30 going to be talking about Happily Ever After with them. So that's on Wednesday, and also you guys on. Friday, I'm going to be, one of my good friends is a host as well. Her name's Dawn McCoy. She's does a show on her Instagram, Dine and Dish with Dawn, DAWN. And I'll be talking with her at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We're doing an Instagram Live on Friday. She thinks she's going to have me on and then eventually have Poodle on.
Oh,
We're going to be talking about
I was going to say
food
I'm not
and
doing
lunch.
nothing. I'm not doing that on Friday.
No, I told her to split us up.
Yeah, it's better that way.
It's better that way.
I get a word in age-wise.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, says the comments of, Poodle, stop interrupting Mattie.
I'm just trying to make things easier.
Oh, God. Let's just talk about this shit show that
Let's
is
jump in.
Deavan and Jihoon. Good episode, right?
Very, very.
I liked it.
Very packed with lots of stuff. How much?
That astute, you guys. You come here
I value specificity above everything.
packed with stuff.
Packed
Are
with
we
stuff.
recording? Okay, we are. Just checking. We got through our announcements in 8 minutes. I
Yay!
think that's a world record.
It is.
Boy.
People don't like it when we keep talking, y'all.
Sorry.
I want my.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, so y'all, let's talk about this. We kind of did a flashback of what happened at the end of last week's episode when kind of Jihoon let go of Drusilla and she runs out on the street as Drusilla is wont to do.
Because she's
a wild.
She's hell on wheels, y'all. Hell on wheels.
She's my wild child. No, she's literally insane.
No, she literally is. Like, I know Deavan's going to get famous, and then in like 4 years, when Drusilla's like 7 and she can start to be a child actor, they're going to recreate Problem Child with her.
They should.
Or what? Isn't that the one Problem Child where he's the redheaded
kid?
kid?
Where they play Tone Loc, Bad to the Bone,
Thing.
or no, Wild Thing. Yeah.
What is that movie? And what's his name? I think I just combined that movie and Beethoven. Remember Beethoven about that dog?
Those movies could not be more different.
Problem Child was with John Ritter.
John Ritter.
Rest
and
in
that little
peace.
redheaded boy.
What happened to that? Hey Siri, what happened to the little redheaded boy who was in Problem Child?
Someone has already turned it off saying, this is not what I thought it was at all.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
Well, you fucked up Siri. We'll look later.
Who cares? I'm sure he's like out of rehab. Siri just said, I don't know how to respond to that.
It's true.
Don't you talk to me like that, bitch.
So
y'all,
anyway, yeah. Drusilla ran out. What happened is which apparently
I'm not sure what happened.
Well, Deavan talked about a lot of stuff on her Instagram. Y'all, here's another thing with us. And actually,
I can't read her Instagram. It's so awful.
Some people like our show about this, is that we don't talk a lot about spoilers on this show.
Nor gossip.
Nor gossip and news. If you want to, you've got the Melanated Way.
Cray Cray does that 90-day
We
Cray
love
Cray.
Cray Cray. We've also, Frauded does that. Y'all
Yep.
can listen and watch them if you want. Melanated Way was talking about, Deavan did talk about, she felt like they didn't show the whole story of what happened.
In other words, that they made her mother look worse than she was.
We like to watch the show and take it for what it is. And so what we're seeing is basically Drusilla ran out to the street, and because Ji-hoon said she was heavy and he put her down.
Right.
And y'all, Ji-hoon probably is still new to fatherhood and doesn't know that a 3-year-old's going to bolt from you.
Yeah.
Like you just lit
Like
their
a
ass
bucking
on
bronco,
fire.
yeah.
Yes, because that is Drusilla.
And I think what happened was Deavan kind of yelled and screamed
She was like,
at him.
Ji-hoon, meaning for Ji-hoon to get the baby.
And Ji-hoon turned around and said, "Don't yell at me."
While Drusilla was just running into the street.
And I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back with Alicia. Because he said, and he even said, I was shocked by all the noise. So maybe he was kind of like freaked out.
Maybe, and I mean this in a honest way. Y'all, we talk about Poodle being an HSP, a highly sensitive person. Like,
Yep.
I just kind of dawned on me, if you think about Ji-hoon, maybe
He is. Definitely.
I think probably so. It was like so shocking to him, because if someone said that to me, I would go into like, y'all, you want me in a crisis. Poodle too, actually.
Yep.
But I go into fight or flight mode, and I would have ran after that kid.
People say fight or flight. I fight.
Yeah.
I know that's surprising. Like, my first impulse is to punch someone.
Poodle doesn't fight or flight. He just fights, y'all. Which is why
There's not a lot of running.
Why Love After Lockup hits close to home, because he's dating people in prison.
Not in prison. People who've been in prison. Didn't say I'm great with relationships.
Mother Poodle doesn't know that.
No. No.
What would she say?
Oh God, Jacob. Don't ever tell anybody that.
I could see her say,
"What's that? How would that reflect on me?"
You're already gay. Do you have to date somebody gay in prison?
Why do you have to make it worse than it is? You know, I could see it would come out perfectly lovingly.
It would.
Honey, why do you make it worse than it is? Did you really update someone gay and black?
It's true. It's like your mother did say to me, y'all, my partner is black. She did say to me once, I said, oh, yeah, he's black. She's like, oh, please, you know better than that. And I went,
my mother is from the South, and in a time when interracial marriage
and I was like, whoa.
Yeah. But I think she would think it would be even harder.
That's why she says that. I know where she's coming from, because she's like, it's going to be so hard. And I'm like, really? Not in L.A. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So, sorry, y'all. We talk about our mothers a lot because we're gay.
So
They made us this way.
basically, everyone's freaking out. Alicia screams at Ji-hoon.
She
goes
does.
off on him. We don't really see that,
We don't.
but she goes back into the house. The parent, Ji-hoon's parents are kind of like shell shocked, saying,
They literally just worked everything out, y'all.
and they're like,
Like, he just promised, I'm going to be there.
and the mom is like, will this be a good marriage? I don't know.
She's like, that's who I feel sorry for more than anybody.
The parents,
Honestly,
his parents.
is his parents,
Yep.
not Alicia.
Nope. His
'cause
parents who have
Deavan
to see
chose
that.
and Deavan got pregnant. She had to, like, Alicia's had a life. But
Yeah.
Ji-hoon's parents, his mom especially, she's like, I don't think I can sleep tonight.
Yeah, his parents are kind of the biggest victims in all this, and the child and
Because
Taeyong.
she worries that he's going to get belittled in this relationship.
Yeah, and
She's not wrong.
She's right because he's a boy. He's a child.
Because he's a man
childish
child.
boy.
He is. So Alicia's in rage mode. She goes up with Drusilla, and Devan's like, basically, he keeps proving that he's not ready for a family. However, I gotta say, Deavan, fool me once,
Right.
fool me twice, shame on me. This is like fool me
11 times.
11
now.
times. So it's kind of like, stop. You've got to go about this a different way, honey.
I
know
agree.
it's hard because he's a father of your
And
child.
she's now. I don't think she's now to the point where they're just sitting on the curb talking, and he's like, "Have you ever? Do you ever try to understand what I'm feeling?" And he starts crying.
I mean, he doesn't
She even
cry.
says
He breaks down.
Balls.
He's
she
like
says,
letting
"I
it
have
out."
no sympathy for you," which looks tough to see. But this is the breaking point. Maybe he needs you guys. And she even says, "You can have your freedom. You don't have to be with me. You just need to let me go."
I think it's a breaking point. Either it's a breaking point for him to finally realize this, and at the same time, when you love someone and they've done so much to you that they are like a guttural cry emanating from them, and you don't feel sorry for them at all or empathize
It's
with them at all,
hard, yeah.
Can you go back from that? Is it
Yeah,
too far gone?
That was pretty rough to watch her kind of unsympathetically. And I think maybe she thought he was trying to make her relent and soften, but I think that was just his anguish
But I do
at failing again.
it is a little bit of, it's hard because Ji-hoon's been babied. So
Yeah,
to get
he's a
to
man
him,
baby.
to get him to do something, maybe she does need to acknowledge what his process has been. I don't know. Because what he's doing, I think it's like what he's doing makes common sense to most people. Ji-hoon does not think like most people. So this idea he's going to pick up and be a father.
Yeah.
This is not. It's not instinctual for him.
It's not because he's not a grown up.
Yeah.
He's a little boy still. I think too, he does say to her, "I don't want freedom. I want a family." And she says, "You need to regain that trust." And that's
But
when
she said that a million times.
And that's when she brings down the hammer, Hurricane Alicia, y'all.
Hurricane Alicia.
I have another theory that perhaps Ji-hoon, why he's crying like that, is because he had never been either yelled at or talked to in that way
I
that
think-
Alicia just did for him.
I think that too.
No one had ever screamed at him.
I think everything has been video games and anime and
Right.
rose petals for him.
And I think the parent might have talked tough to him and said nasty things. I don't know if they ever screamed or raised their voice at him.
Yeah, I think he was shocked.
Yeah, like that was that was just purely a shock to his senses, like his whole
Which
body.
Maybe that is what he needed. But as we remember, y'all, maybe they were just teasing us, but the very first thing we saw was 30 seconds of Deavan in a room by herself in quarantine.
Oh, that was the very beginning of the
That's
the
the way they
show.
started. Remember how they started this season, which was
Right.
great.
So you guys, then Alicia comes down, who, as I said on our previous classic episodes, is like one of those women at Myrtle Beach,
Yeah.
who is really upset that Rebel Flag towels are not
50%
not off. 50%, like she
Yeah.
saw an advertisement last week,
And she didn't know it ended on the 12th. She couldn't get here to the 12th because her mama's in hospice and she was taking care of her. And the fact that you're not honoring my discount is mean.
Yeah. You're just being cruel.
You're just being cruel.
My mama is in hospice.
She just wanted this towel. Anyway, so Jihoon, he says like
he wants to talk to Alicia.
He wants to talk to her. He tells Jihoon, "I will be a better father."
Yeah.
So Alicia comes down, and he says, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I did a bad thing." And she's not having it.
Unleashes. She says, "I don't care. You let my granddaughter out on the street in Korea," and he said, he said, "Don't yell at me." And she apologized, and she says, "I don't accept your apology." And she's like, what if my she's like, my granddaughter could have been smashed on the street.
And I had to scrape my granddaughter on the street. I'm not okay with that. She was crying.
That's reality, y'all. Maybe she's doing him a favor.
Maybe.
This is brutal, by the way.
It is brutal, but maybe.
It's awful.
And she says, like, your tears mean nothing to me.
Right.
She really says, I've been protecting her. I've been protecting her mom.
Yep.
I'm giving them up for, this protection now is being passed to you.
Yeah.
I protected her. You literally said, I will protect her. And then you just let her in the street.
I kind of think, now I'm talking about it, I feel like, yes, it was really angry in the way she talked about it, but maybe that was her emotion.
It was all valid.
It's all warranted.
Because
this is something that Deavan could not say to him, you guys. So finally, someone can talk to Jihoon like this.
And she said to him, and I think this put in more perspective, she said, imagine if Taeyong was 3 years old and he runs in the street and I yell after you to go get the child and you stop and turn to me and say, Don't yell at me. How would you feel?
That kind of shook him out of
I think it did.
This, hopefully. If it didn't, nothing will.
Nothing will.
And
nothing will.
The last thing she says to him,
unless maybe like, imagine if Baki ran out into the street.
Now we're talking.
Then maybe
that's
he
his
would be
dog,
crippled.
His adorable dog, y'all, Baki. So she says, if you kill my granddaughter, I will kill you.
Might not want to say that on television, Alicia.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Although Mama Mar and Mother Poodle would say that.
My mother has
but
said,
not on camera.
My mother would say, it scares me for what I would do for you. And I'm like, that's a strange thing to say. She's like, I'd definitely kill for you. Now, granted, we're just sitting on the hearth talking at this time.
With a glass of Franzia in her.
Kendall Jackson.
Oh, Kendall Jackson.
Mother Poodle loves some Kendall Jackson, y'all. I love some Kendall Jackson Chardonnay. Do you have that? Do you have Kendall Jackson?
I'm not mad at it. I'm going to be honest.
It's fine.
It's good.
It's fine.
It's fine.
If you're a white woman, you have had Kendall Jackson.
It's not Bright Sellers.
No.
Wink, wink.
It's not Bright Sellers. Come back to
y'all
us.
Y'all go to brightsellers.com/90daygay.
That's kind of all I have there about those two.
I just wrote when she said, I'll fucking kill you, I wrote in all caps, believe her.
I would. She scares me.
Yeah.
She saw that half-off deal on Rebel Flag towels.
She went
and
down.
She's going to get it.
She's going to get it.
Why I say that, y'all, is she's trashy. We all know. Alicia has
we've
shown
seen her
herself.
Her YouTube is crazy.
Y'all, there's not a worse person on except for no, not even the other Avery. Alicia's someone, we're talking QAnon shit.
Yeah.
She's nuts.
She's nuts. So
don't, if you think, I kind of like Alicia, I'll see where she stands, you'll walk away and your face will just be blank.
Yep.
So if you're like, oh, Alicia, go girl, that's my kind of girl, may not want to think that. Again, we try not to talk about gossip, but our people tell them about him and we go, ooh. That's why we don't like to talk about them.
Exactly, because it just ruins them.
That's
ruins
all I've got
everything.
about
That's all
those
I got too. But shall we move on to Ari, Arella, and Bini, Biniam?
Meet my baby.
So they arrived a week ago, but Biniam's going to go and he's going to chat with his family. And He basically is talking to them.
Oh yeah, this was
It
with
just-
his sisters Wish and Mimi.
Who fucking keep it real.
I
I
know.
love his sisters.
His family is very sensible.
And then
I
his brother,
love it.
who finally talked.
Yeah.
Last time he
He
just
didn't talk
stood there.
last time.
He didn't talk much, though. But he goes to meet with them, and he talks about how Janice, that's Ari's mom, did not love the apartment, but she did really like the hospital.
Yeah.
And she was impressed with the hospital. And the family met, if y'all don't remember, Janice met the family. And they,
And Janice was a pro
Oh,
because
she
Janice
was
ate
great.
Janice ate raw meat in an injera
Janice-
without batting an eye.
she's probably not there now because she's shitting her pants.
She wasn't on this episode.
She's like going, "Oh, fuck you, Ari! Why do you put me through this?" Yo, poor Janice.
I mean, it's safer. It's safer eating red meat raw than a lot of other things. But like
poor
steak tartare.
Janice.
Yeah, y'all.
That
Janice
woman
has gotten some hate because they've said, "Oh, she's really othering the others."
I don't
She's
think
just,
so.
We're not in that camp. We think she's being a mom,
I think she's being a mom.
overprotective mom. Yes,
But
that's
y'all-
Ari's problem.
Yeah, that literally that bathroom looked like something from the Saw. I think Ari even
said
said
that.
that.
And-
Y'all, that's not the bathroom any person wants.
No.
And maybe there's an Americanism in play, but
But I think too.
I wouldn't care if I was a mother and my daughter was going to have a baby in a country. And I'll say this honestly, come for me if you feel this way, but I would use whatever privilege I had to protect my unborn grandchild.
Yeah.
I would. And I think maybe Janice is aware of that. Maybe she's not. But you're right. She's
I
being a
think
mom.
she's been a mom, and I think she was diplomatic about the hospital.
And she was very kind to all of them.
And she was very kind to the
She didn't-
family.
Imagine if Chuck and Charlie
Oh!
were going to go see a hospital.
Now that is y'all.
that is the othering.
no, they're awful.
And they're awful. Janice was just doing
No.
due diligence, y'all.
I mean, it's very easy to call Janice a Karen, but she's not.
She's not. I don't think
I
so.
disagree with that. She's gotten a lot of hate, and people have stood up for her as well. So the family basically say, we liked her, but
Her daughter's an idiot. Just want to
Yeah.
clarify on that
Oh,
one.
Ari?
Her daughter's a total idiot.
y'all, I'll be honest. This is the most. No, Brittany and Yazan. That's the worst. That's the most disaster. That's the one that's headed for nowhere.
Yeah.
This relationship is not far behind them because I don't think these two people really ever loved each other.
Ari and Bini.
Yeah,
I don't think they know each other at all.
I think she had her vacation lay.
I think it was some
He knocked
good
her up,
dick, and
some
she
good
had some
punani.
good punani, and they came together and accidentally made a baby.
Yeah, and
When
they
two become one, I need
Tonight is
some-
the night of the be love before. Gonna make love to your bed. I had a little love, now I'm back for more. Set your spirits free. That's the only way to be.
boom, boom, boom. Y'all, we saw the Spice Girls in concert,
And
and
it
was
was
amazing.
We're gay, by the way. Are y'all aware? Maybe it's in the title.
Ooh, I'm overstimulated.
It was
Ooh, the Spice Girls. Ooh.
y'all at the Staples Center. It was women around our age, a little bit younger,
Uh-huh.
and gay men.
And we were on the last row.
Exclusively.
And when Emma Button, a.k.a. Baby Spice, came out to rainbow confetti singing It's Raining Men,
Oh.
the whole place fucking erupted.
It was amazing.
Come at us if you were at that concert,
Was
because
that-
you are our
was it-
people.
Was it Baby Spice who did that? I feel like it was Jerry Spice or Ginger Spice.
Maybe.
I think Baby Spice had another hit.
I think she did have an actual
Yeah.
hit.
And
Yeah, this was like-
it was one of them.
This was like 15 years ago. Jesus fucking help us.
Y'all, after 40, time just
It's
really...
weird. It's weird.
And you're like, well, that was like 2 years ago.
You're like, 10
and
years-
someone says, no, that was
No,
like 20
20
years
years
ago.
ago.
And you're like, oh, really?
Really? I haven't been alive that long.
Time is quite elastic, y'all. And time feels so long when you're young. Enjoy it now. That's my... Enjoy every day.
Wow.
Find something every day to,
Oh, yeah,
to love.
I do.
Thanks for judging me there.
Well, no, I thought you were going to go in another place, but that was
but
good.
time is elastic.
It
It's very
is.
elastic.
Anyway, y'all.
Anyway, y'all, to reiterate, they don't know each other. I don't think they love each other. I think Binyam somehow thinks he loves Ari. Ari doesn't know what that means because she's sheltered.
Yes, and going back to his sisters, meeting with them, I think they know that too because they say she's not a bad person.
No.
They said, I want to be candid. I would prefer that she's Ethiopian because they're saying, is she aware of the culture? Is she aware of the religious aspect?
Is she going to convert to Ethiopian Orthodox?
Are you both aware of this? Honestly, they're basically... The reason why I don't think y'all can come for Janice is because the sisters are asking the same questions.
Yeah. I think, too, Binyam has basically said that the family wants to say, you want to, if we could get her to embrace our culture and beliefs, we'd be very happy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, that's not, I guess they're thinking they're compromising because she's a white woman. I guess that's a compromise for them.
Maybe. That's not really a compromise. That's really you want them to...
Yeah, be like you.
Be like you.
I want to be like you, talk like you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, you guys...
Y'all, Baloo is a bear, by the way. And by a bear, I mean, like, he's into gay shit, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Gay.
fucking all those other bears. He's basically... He took Mowgli, his little gay twink around who doesn't wear any clothes to show him off.
Let's not promote bestiality among animated characters. How about
Sorry.
that?
We ruined
It only
everything.
got creepy when you said he wanted to fuck Mowgli.
No, I didn't mean they have sex. You know how there's always like a young gay who's friends with an old gay? I meant like that. There's always like an old gay who are friends with young gays and they kind of like...
so it was not sexual.
No, like a mentorship.
Yeah,
You know, you wouldn't know that because you fuck everything that walks with a dick.
Maybe. I'm more complicated
Sometimes
than that.
gay men can be just friends.
I believe that.
Has that ever happened to you?
Not often.
I guess just me.
You and like maybe 4 others. Usually I'm looking for ways to fuck you or I'm looking for ways to block you.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're on the way in or you're on the way out.
You're on the way out. Okay, so Biniam, they talk. Biniam, basically, his sisters kind of say, do you remember? Because they're scared because they're like, you did this to us.
Yeah,
Darwin.
he's...
do you remember the stress you put us through?
Because
y'all remember... Yeah, go ahead.
He has a
Poodle.
child in the U.S.
with another white
woman
American
who basically took the child.
And that did not end well because she did not like his job as a dancer.
Because he's dancing with his ex.
Playing the ass piano.
And no, leg piano and ass drums.
Yeah, that's true. Leg piano.
He played her ass drums, y'all. And his mother-in-law was right there. I think that routine could have been updated.
Mamboleno! Mamboleno! I think it could have been updated
He
too.
played ass drums in front of his baby mama and mother-in-law.
Babalo! Ricky Arnaz.
Maybe take that part out. Maybe do a quick 8 count of something else.
Just a nice ball change.
Yeah.
A little box step.
Just a little time step.
An extra twirl. That'll work.
Yeah, I just kind of question that being done.
I did ask it. I was like, and I said on the show, and some people were like, yes, he was. I said, Biniam was not a dancer. And some
people came for him saying the routine was like laughable.
But our dancing sissies were like, his footwork was
bad.
horrendous.
Yeah.
They were like, she's pretty good.
She's good. And they said he was pretty good. They said he was kind of like lower to lower middle as a dancer.
But y'all, he's not like Vegas. He would do like a live show in Victorville. Or what's that town?
There's a Cracker Barrel in Victorville.
Not Cracker. What's that town outside of Vegas? There's a gambling there when you first drive into Vegas.
What is that?
It's like Justinville or
I don't know.
Some shithole.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, y'all.
So this show doesn't matter. I say that I'm like, what are we doing that matters?
So basically, y'all, his family is like, get it together.
Yeah.
And Biniam realizes Ari needs to be part of my religion.
Well,
or the baby needs to be baptized.
Well, he wants the baby to be baptized, even though he knows she's Jewish. And she has basically told him, we don't know, we never saw it, But she's told him that she wants to raise the baby. She's like me. So,
She said-
and in a Jewish tradition, you guys, if the mother is Jewish,
However,
the baby is Jewish.
The mother. Oh yes. So Ari's. However, technically,
They did
Ari
it the
wouldn't
other
be
way.
Jewish because we found out that
Right.
actually Ari's mom is
It's
Roman
Catholic.
Catholic and her dad is Jewish. So she said, "I'm used to having a 2-religion household. However, Roman Catholic and Judaism is going to be much different than an Orthodox,
Right. Oh,
which
yes.
is going to be much more evangelical, much more probably taking the
don't know.
Bible,
Yeah, but no, it's more conservative, definitely.
more conservative." Yes.
I just want to say evangelical and the same thing because they're very different. But
Yeah.
I question, not to question someone's beliefs, I question how fervent she is in her Jewish faith at all.
I question
That's not
that with,
cultural.
I question that with both of them
Yeah, I agree.
because we haven't really
Well,
seen that come
he's-
up at all.
He has the threat that if his baby's not baptized and if his baby dies, it will burn in not burn in purgatory, but it will be in purgatory for all eternity.
My mom was Catholic.
Very, very thought out.
That's why she almost baptized my first nephew. Then she got over
Tell
it.
that story
She did. She said, "I'm thinking about, do I take the baby and just baptize him?"
without
Because
telling
my sister-in-law was
them.
baptized. Maybe I won't tell your brother. And then 2 years later, she just said, "I said, are you ever going to do that, Mom?" "No, I don't really think God's real." So I went, "Okay, well, that changed." I just think when we die, we die. That's it.
I think
We're
but
done.
This is important. I think that he's terrified that his baby won't be with him in heaven, and that's a
Probably.
big deal.
That's a big deal. That's a
So
big deal.
I feel like the stakes are higher
I don't
for
subscribe
him.
to that, but I can empathize with
But
that.
no,
yeah,
that,
it's
but
got to be really.
It's real for him.
yeah.
So
I bet what would be like. I think for me that would be like if I don't fuck this Latin guy in this bar right now before he leaves and finds someone prettier, I'm never going to have sex with him again.
that's true. It'd be like a once in a lifetime. I don't
Like when
know
you
if
get-
those are.
You know that one go-go
completely-
dancer that says yes, and he's got like a chest and abs and like a nice 8-inch uncut penis.
I don't think those
Tell
are
me that's
comparable.
not the same. Okay, fine, fine, but tell me you've never been there.
No, those are two different things. I'm saying yes to both. Saying I would not
Because you
I would
know,
not miss
once
that
the
chance.
alcohol wears off and they leave that club, they're never going to have sex with you.
No, they the beer goggles would still be on.
Yeah.
yeah. And you slipped that 20 in their G-string earlier. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
a 5.
$2 bill.
So, basically, you guys, they're going to visit the church, his church.
Yes.
He wants to get. First of all, he's having to wear a scarf. I think I'm sure this is a part of Orthodox religion. Not
You have to
sure
cover
if it's
the
a part.
body.
Yeah, your whole body.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how.
Which is very similar to Islamic. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if in Russian Orthodox,
but it's not
faith
just
that
the
has to
women.
happen.
It was every one of them.
Yeah.
It was men and women.
Y'all, we didn't do our research
we
about
don't,
Ethiopian
that's enough.
Orthodox.
We don't do research. Come at us, Ethiopian sissies. Also, can I just say, Ari looks like the fucking Virgin Mary, and she looks beautiful. I don't like. She was sitting there with her head wrap, and I went. Her makeup looks so good. Her eyes are so blue.
She just looks so
It
clueless to me.
Maybe she just looked very beautiful sitting in that
she looked
church.
very peaceful.
Yeah. That's because she doesn't understand the language.
No.
And she was thinking about what kind of TikTok videos she could make later.
I can't wait to
My
post this on
bump,
Insta
my
later.
bump, my lovely baby bump. Check it out.
That is the exact what she was thinking about. Or it's like, doo. I feel like she's so paralyzed by the fear of where she is now.
Yeah.
It's really hard for her to think about anything else.
Well, we saw a little bit next week, but y'all, it's going to hit her next week. She's
I'm
gonna be
telling
like,
you,
oh fuck.
she's
She's going to
completely
become a different,
unprepared.
She's going to become a different person.
This is going to implode. Y'all,
Yeah.
this story is going to end in tears. Mark my word
Guarantee
now.
you that baby's going to be born in the U.S.
Oh, definitely. Janice is just biding her time.
Because I'm biding my time. Because that's the kind of guy
How
I'm.
do you know that Gershwin song? Because not a lot of people know it. Because I tried to give someone that song. They're like, I don't know this song.
We did in show choir.
That's the answer.
That's no use fretting when I'm setting.
How long ago was that?
I guess about 30 years ago.
Yeah. So that's what you remember.
Biding my time.
But you only remember the bass parts.
Yeah. Biding my time.
And the alto part is, I'm biding my time. That's the kind of guy.
Altos just stay on the same note all the time, and they act. And
They
they're
get
like,
lots of flack.
and they're like, altos are actually smarter singers, which is actually kind of true.
They have to hold pitch better.
They have to hold pitch way better.
Yeah, true.
Tenors
Yeah,
just
they
fucking
always-
sing. They don't care.
They're stupid. You're just lucky to have them.
You're
They're
glad
like a golden retriever. They're happy to be there
they're happy
too.
to be there. Yeah.
Anyway, and the basses are usually drunk.
That's true.
So, he's talking to his priest, and he's like, and they've talked about compromise. They want compromise, and he wants the baby to be baptized, and so he does say to her, the Bible says you have to cover all of your body.
Yes.
And I was like, you didn't go to church with the girls I grew up with.
Yeah.
Because they didn't read that Bible verse when you need to cover all your body. Because, what was her name? Oh, God, I'm forgetting her name now. Sarah, what's her name? Always wore short skirts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and my mother talked about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Come in here like this.
And this was y'all were at Methodist?
Yeah.
Methodist, yes.
Yeah, a lot of girls want to dress up nice. I think we weren't sure that was Protestant churches, but it's interesting. But even a Catholic church, you don't have to cover your whole body.
Oh, no.
The Bible doesn't say that.
No.
I think you could choose. Here's the thing, you guys. You can use any Bible verse to justify anything,
Anything.
especially the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Anything. You can pick and choose any verse.
If you want to fuck aliens, there's a Bible verse in there that will support that.
In all honesty, there's also a verse saying you can't wear mixed fibers.
Yeah.
So, you're fucked. If you're wearing nylon right now or polyester, Carl's wife is fucked right now.
Yeah. All of your Halloween costumes from Ruby's Costumes out the window, y'all. You can't look slutty this year.
Nope. So remember when you judge someone and you say the Bible says you shouldn't ... Remember that.
The Bible says a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So the priest basically says,
Got to be a Christian tit or we're not doing this shit. That's basically what the priest said.
I love it. Christian tit, not doing this shit.
Got to suckle from a Christian
So
breast.
apparently the baby can't be baptized unless he can suckle from a Christian breast. Nice
Could
metaphor.
she pump? Could she just pump and feed it a bottle?
But she's still Jewish.
I know, but it's not a Christian. It's not suckling from a breast.
Oh, I think those are semantics, but that's fine. I don't think it's that. Apparently, Jewish milk tastes different.
I guess so. It's kosher.
Apparently,
it's way different.
yeah. I was just so struck by this, and I think I'm so glad he did not translate for her because it would have just ruined her.
Well, he did kind of say, you know what I think you were struck by, and the way I was too? It really bothers me. And this happens a lot in religion. It happens sometimes in government things too, but it really bothers me when I'm listening to a man talk about how a woman needs to use her body.
Yeah.
Drives me fucking crazy.
Awful.
It's awful.
And she's asking, she's like, so he says, I can't baptize him alone because he says he gets your Jewish milk and that ruins the whole thing. that was the translation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's
the whole recipe is just turns after
recipe.
Jewish milk,
it's
y'all.
like buttermilk, and it's different. It's different, y'all. Jesus.
Oh God! And
Which,
I wrote
honestly,
down this is gonna
Because
not.
Ari has been open to like having the baby raised in 2 different religions. She's
Yeah.
fine with that. But her first, like, now he needs to be baptized, and she's like, no way. I
Well-
don't really want.
She says,
She's like, am I not the right person for this?
yeah. And the priest says, well, here's the thing. You have to teach her. And by the time the baby is born, she'll be a Christian. Kind of like Brittany, like Yazan's parents say, it's okay. You can teach her about Islam, which is so demeaning. You teach her. You educate your wife.
Well, what would you have done? Because I'm not really religious, and you know what I would have done? I probably would have just said, sure, baptize me right here, and I wouldn't have cared.
That's
Like,
what I would have done.
To me, and I don't mean this in an offensive way. I'm saying this is the way I feel. It's just water on my head. I'm fine.
Baptism only means anything unless you believe it.
Yeah. So I'm like, sure, whatever. That's
But
not.
I think being Jewish somehow is a huge part of her identity.
So I was about to say,
Yeah.
I can't imagine if you're part of a culture that's not just a religion, but you're proud of being who you are, of a group that was slaughtered and, and enslaved. That it's not just water for you.
Yeah, identity. It's
Yeah.
Jewish identity is for a lot of people more important than the religious.
I even have a couple of. This isn't for us to debate because we're Gentiles, but I have one of my good friends in college, Cantor Moses. Love her. She's a Cantor now.
Cantor Moses.
She really is. Cantor Moses, Kansas City. And my friend Rebecca, and she talked about, I remember her, well, you know Laura from UNT.
Laura who?
I don't want to say her last name.
Oh.
Rhymes with Philistine.
Oh, yeah.
But they both, I remember them having a conversation, and one of them, both Jewish women, and one of them believed being Jewish was a race. And the other one thought it was not. It's your religious and cultural identity, but it's not a race.
I think it's both for people.
We don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying that this is what I'm saying, how deep this is
Yeah.
for some people that have Jewish heritage. This isn't.
Some people with Jewish heritage aren't religious at all.
Y'all,
but
it
yeah.
isn't like your friend Jennifer who says, I'm Free Will Baptist. And then next week she's like, I'm Assembly of Christ. And then the week after that, she's like, I'm Heaven's Heaven.
Heaven's Heaven?
Heaven's Heaven, whatever.
Oh, I thought there was an actual church.
No.
I completely believed.
No,
Heaven's
and then the
Heaven
next week after that, she's like, I'm a proud member of Lone Grove Stoptown Free Will Baptist Church of God.
Y'all, Stoptown. I go there because Stoptown Baptist has better music.
Stoptown's a real church, y'all.
Stob, S-T-O-B.
STOB, Stoptown
I
Baptist
kept thinking
Church.
you were saying Stoptown.
No, Stoptown.
You need to make. There's a difference between a voiced
But we
consonant
say
and an unvoiced.
Stoptown.
Stobtown.
We don't say Stoptown. Who the fuck says that? A Yankee?
You know, there's no such thing as Yankees in Oklahoma.
No.
No, I'm saying there's no such thing as Southerners and Yankees.
They don't believe that. My mother told me I could marry anybody I wanted to.
Your
woman.
mother's from Oklahoma, though. Alabama, which is very different.
Well, no, her family's from North Carolina.
Yeah, very different.
Very different.
Where I grew up in that
And
area.
she said, I don't care what you do, Matthew, just don't marry a Yankee.
But your father and his family probably don't really throw that term around.
His family's more from Alabama. They don't say it's like my mom would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Carolinas, Georgia, yeah. We
had a
still
cousin
litigate
show
that.
up who was a race car driver one time. He just showed up at the house. He was weird, y'all.
Just a normal day.
Stay the night. I think Lone Grove is a hellmouth. I think
country.
you're right.
Yeah. So
Anyway, y'all, this is not going to be a quick fix.
the priest is like, go with God. Hope that works out.
Hope it works.
Um,
I bet their baby is going to be pretty.
yeah, I bet so. She says she doesn't want to do it, and I wrote again. It's basically for him. It's either salvation for his baby, or it's purgatory. So I think he either has to completely supplant his religious beliefs, or I don't know. I can't see.
We don't. Doesn't seem like Ari is that religious.
We don't know that, but
But maybe
she's-
she will think
I
it's
feel like
just
she's
baptism.
very attached to the cultural trappings of Judaism.
Yeah.
For her. Yeah.
So
That's all we've got about
no.
those. Again, y'all, dead in the water.
Dead in the water.
For that one person out there is like, I just think Ari and Bini are gonna make it.
Carl. They said they're not going to make it, but I
Carl's
don't believe
wife.
them, Carl.
Carl's wife is their fan. They're one
Oh,
fan.
that little baby's going to be so pretty. I will pray for them. Carl, could you bring me in my crystal light, by the way? It's hot. My fan on my face is going out. Thank Carl.
Poor Carl.
Poor Carl. All right.
Should we talk about Armando and Kenny?
We should
Take a break
right
first.
after this break. We're back.
So it's time for the gays, y'all.
Those were the gays.
Armando and Kenneth.
They just got engaged, y'all, on the beach,
What?
and we cried.
And this is post engagement. They're having dinner with Kenny's daughters and Rita and Charles, Armando's friends, which are strange friends to have.
Yes and no.
But
Okay.
a gay man, yes, obviously.
He needs parents who accept him.
That is exactly what it is.
That's who they are.
Thank you.
He needs
that is
parents who accept
exactly.
him.
I just pointed at you.
You did.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
You look like You look like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she points at the tree that slaps her hand and goes, "Did you see that?" I love that. That's my frame of reference. God,
You're a gay
I was
person.
How many times did you watch The Wizard of Oz as a kid?
Oh, so many.
Same.
So many. We watched it every year at like Christmas.
But
'cause
we
it would
had it
always
recorded.
Be, yeah.
Remember I told you because my mom recorded it on her VHS, but our tape skipped out. So I never knew as a tornado how she got to Oz until I was like 18.
So you never saw the beginning that was in like Technicolor, and you didn't understand
I was like,
the
why?
ending.
It's color now. How did Dorothy get there?
Wait, but you.
I knew the wind picked up. And I was like,
you never saw the
and
tornado.
Then our video cut. And the next thing I know, it was literally the place where the house, where she goes, oh,
It's like a big
in the
fever
house,
dream.
And then she opens up the door right then.
So the whole idea. So you just believed she was magically teleported there.
Something. Didn't make sense to me.
They did. A lot of times they would cut off the beginning, so she would just show up in Oz. And
Oh, yeah.
there's that whole part where she sings "Somewhere the Rainbow," and
Yeah.
it's like
They never cut off from, Ardmore Little Theater. We did a great production of it.
we cannot have
my
more.
My brother was the Tin Man, and Brian Mark, Caddo Street Barbecue. Get your sissy discount. Tell him you're a sissy.
Brian Maher, I need money for this.
He's going to give you free barbecue.
That's
the
almost
saying.
better.
It's almost better. But Dorothy, when the wind blew, they had a rigging system up there, and they rigged her where she flew on the stage.
Wow.
And everybody it was like in Finding Neverland, but in Oklahoma without kids
Finding
dying.
Oklahoma.
Where everybody just went, whoa. And then I remember one time the fairy godmother, she got stuck up there for like 10 minutes.
You mean the Wicked Witch of the?
No, the fairy godmother, Leah Simmons, she's this short little person.
Oh, you mean a different show?
And she was the fairy
in a different
godmother.
show.
No, on that production.
There is no fairy godmother in Wizard
the
of Oz.
Good Fairy.
There is no good fairy. You
Glenda
mean the
Good
Wicked
Witch?
The witch.
Yeah, the Good Witch.
She's not a witch. Or she's not a fairy.
Anyway,
God, this has been. This is very frustrating. Go ahead.
she floats down and she got stuck for like 10 minutes in the air, and she just improvised and she started singing. I forgot what it was like. I think she started singing "Heaven Is a Place on Earth."
That's so weird. People who
She went to a weird improvised place.
if you are a new listener and if you've made it this far,
At one point, she said, "Just dance, Munchkins, dance."
I love a good improv.
It was a great improv.
Anyway, gays.
Anyway.
So you're right. They are his surrogate parents.
They're surrogate
That
parents.
is so
he
smart.
needed that validation. He needed
Good
that
idea.
guidance. Yeah.
So Armando's still having a hard time being affectionate in public, and it makes sense because he's kind of newly out, and especially in a culture of Mexican culture, it's just not his thing.
Yeah, and remember, y'all, his baby mama tried to kill him when he broke up with her for telling her he was gay, and he still
followed
has to,
him in a car, and she died.
So we haven't gotten to this part of, and maybe he hasn't gotten there. he blames himself for his daughter's mother's death.
Yes.
That's a horrible, horrible thing to carry.
Right.
And it's not his fault, Armando, if you're listening. I think that's probably one reason why Armando, even in his cameos and everything, which I love about him, he focuses a lot on the positive and he's a lot on joy, because that is too dark for him to go to.
I agree. I think Armando has a lot of trauma he hasn't processed yet.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think what I'm starting to worry about with them is if Kenny is going to make this whole idea of being fiancés and being a couple more about himself than Armando. Because he keeps saying, when are we going to tell? It's like, I want him to go down and meet his parents as an engaged man.
But it's interesting. I don't see it as himself, but I mean, I think that's a valid way to look at it. I never looked at it that way. I saw it more as looking at Kenny's life with his kids and what's happened in his past. I think I relate to Kenny a lot, and that I think I'm better at this because you've encouraged me so with other friends, and I've had therapy. But I think Kenny's a fixer.
Yeah.
And I think he fixes people, and I think that he feels like it's not right that his parents don't accept him and accept.
Oh.
But maybe he.
But that's completely.
Maybe it's more selfish. I mean, I think it's still selfish, but to me, it's like, I want you to do this because you'll be a better person. He's trying to you'll be happier.
But that's still problematic.
Well, I think it's speaking from privilege of you're a white man in the U.S. who, let's just be honest, it's hard for everybody, but predominantly being a white gay man is easier in the United States than being a Mexican gay man in Mexico.
Oh, very much so.
And so I think a lot of people are probably gay are like, just come out. That's what I did to my parents. And it's like we were talking about in our Gatreon episode of when Christina, Jenny's daughter, told Sumit, that old episode where she said, you need to just tell your family. It's like when I came out. Eventually you have to face it.
Right.
And you said, what she's saying is right, but she's not taking the culture. And I think that with Kenneth, what he's saying is true, but I don't know if he's understanding the depth of the culture.
But you're
right. There's a selfishness to it.
There's this idea of, so you're going to tell your parents we're engaged and we're down there? Almost is like, I need your parents to know. I understand he thinks he needs his parents to know he's not in it for a one night only thing. It's a more commitment thing. But I feel like Kenneth wants all this at one time. And he's not really respecting Armando's process as much as he could.
I think he could more. I feel like he the way he says it, it's almost like, I think he loves Armando a lot, and I think he is.
Oh, I agree.
I think he is angry and resentful towards Armando's parents that they've treated him like shit.
Correct.
And
Yep.
I think there's a little bit of, let's prove it
We're
to
gonna
them.
show you.
We're going to
show your
it
parents.
to them because, and I get what the way he's saying. He's like, because love is on our side, love is love, all of that.
That's so naive.
But that's so not taken in the cultural context of, again, y'all, I just want to say this again. The baby mama tried to run him off the road when he told her he was gay.
And she died.
This is not U.S. circumstances.
Also, let me just say this. Love is love. They're going to see our love. Love will not conquer all.
No.
You can't expect to walk in there and tell his parents, who had never seen a loving gay couple together in person probably before, say they're going to see our love. That's not going to happen. The first meeting.
Yes, eventually
that takes
that does
acceptance.
happen. It does happen, but there is
so
something
naive in his part.
But it's just really, it's not. It's not even wishful thinking. It's actually, I think, detrimental thinking.
Well, it's magical thinking in the worst way possible. But he's lived his whole life in this kind of in gay Florida.
And it's different. Armando or Kenneth, and to give, and Armando even kind of brought this up. I also think that Kenny's seen Armando when he's been visiting New Mexico.
Right.
And probably vice versa. That's different, and probably Armando acted differently. Now Kenneth is here. They are in a relationship. They are together, and that's probably bringing up a lot of past shit for Armando that wasn't there before.
Right.
Because
now that he's married,
like Kenneth said before, he's
engaged.
like, I've been here many times on a vacation, but it's different when you're together living with someone. and he talked about his experience, but he needs to acknowledge Armando is having that
Right.
realization too.
And this was all before Armando kind of came out to his parents again.
yeah.
It was still kind of in a dream world.
Yeah.
That they were living their kind of dream vacation.
Out of my dreams and into your dick, I long to sigh.
No more.
No more.
I'm stopping it. The show's already gone long.
It's long enough.
I just went like this, like a conductor gesture.
It was fair.
No.
It was fair.
Let's go on to Brittany. I want to say Brittany.
Because that's basically it, y'all. They have dinner, they toast,
That's it.
and yeah, and so yeah, Brittany and Yazan.
Yazan again.
Brazan. That's their ship name.
You guys, Brittany's got her hijab on again, and she's wearing what's called an obaya. I had to look this up. That's kind of like the big robe or the big kind of gown that she's wearing that covers up every part of her body.
Obaya, they call that robe Obaya.
That's very good.
Thank you.
That was They Call the Wind Mariah from Paint Your Wagon.
Wagon.
That's the second
Second
Paint Your
time it's
Wagon
come-
there
it's
is this
true.
week.
We can't sing Rent anymore because they shaded us.
Well, correctly, they did say if you hate the musical so much, why do you keep singing it?
You hate it more than me.
I don't, I should qualify. It's not that I hate it. I just find the music, a lot of the lyrics to be quite cringeworthy, and I find the plot to be contrived.
Somebody just yelled
And
at their
to-
card, shut up about Rent. So let's move on. All right. So
You're right.
again, y'all, we know what kind of porn Yazan is watching. It is women fully clothed rubbing their ankles. Because when Brittany walks out, again, he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, he loves Obaya porn.
Yes, you're so
Yeah.
beautiful. You're
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah, it's kind of maybe
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
He was like, yeah.
Yes. So, and we found out, you guys, they're going over to his parents' house again. Take two of that. The first one was when the mom accused her of being a prostitute. Didn't go good. As they
Didn't
say.
go, sorry, says, didn't go good.
Didn't go good.
But Brittany says, I want to show them, I'm wearing this because I want to show them I'm being respectful.
Which is nice.
And not playing with the games with their son. By the way, I'm married.
I keep forgetting she's still married.
There was a sissy actually who posted on Thread. She's like, I'm just here to remind everyone that Brittany is still married.
I keep forgetting.
And I laughed so hard.
I keep forgetting it because there's so much against them of just getting across the line of the parents getting to
Yeah.
accept her. And she's still fucking married.
She's still fucking married.
So if she is in good with her parents and she says that, oh my God, they're going to fucking kill her.
Yazan's going to freak out.
I know. So the uncle has decided to kind of intervene and help and plead their case. And we did find out a little bit, you guys, because the parents were like, we don't want any of this like girlfriend boyfriend shit.
Yeah,
We're not
exactly.
going to have any of this. We did find out from some Jordanian sissies that the reason why they're saying girlfriend boyfriend stuff is that means premarital sex.
Yeah, because Jordan, a lot of sissies have come to us and like, women don't have to wear a hijab. It's like, in Jordan, it's pretty much quite progressive. There's even quite a bit of like an LGBTQ community in
Right.
Jordan, and so
But you
people are a little confused. And obviously, Yazan's family is very conservative,
But
even though they live in Jordan. But
even the culture doesn't.
the boyfriend girlfriend thing, I don't think is something we're understanding from our sissies in Jordan that are asking they're
Yeah.
not supported. Because that means they're going to fuck.
They're gonna boom.
They're going to ride that dick. Going to
Gonna
ride that dick. Going to ride that dick in Jordan. Come at us if you were getting something at Taco Bueno right now and they just heard the dick song.
And Mark, your attendant, just his eyes got real big.
Here's your Dr. Pepper, ma'am.
He's never gonna be able to look at you the same way again.
If you got 90-day gay, tell us.
So they're there, and the uncle is basically saying that marriage is an eternal commitment, and the uncle's reasonable. You know, he wants her to get to know us and our customs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't want a conversion that will be forced.
Yes.
And then the uncle, by, you know, using his words well, the dad's like, okay, they should get to know each other. When's the dad coming again? When's that dad coming? Next month. So I think she wanted her father to come in like 3 months. Dad's coming sooner.
I guess
it looks like.
Yeah.
So this seems to have put a Band-Aid on a gaping wound.
On a missing leg.
Yeah, I think exactly. Oh, God. This is the only story besides Ari and Bini, you guys, that's dead on arrival. Really bad.
Wow. I mean, y'all, kudos to this uncle. He mediated the shit out of this.
Yeah, he really did.
Like, if that's not his profession, it should be.
I think also Brittany thinks that they're going to get to know each other and spend some time with each other, when really this time it's going to be spent teaching her about Islam.
Yeah.
I don't think she's
This isn't
aware.
going to hang out. It's not going to barbecue.
They're not going to be getting coffee
No.
and sitting by the beach.
No,
This is going to be
like,
studying the fucking Quran.
Like, you're about to go to school, bitch.
I know. That's
And
what I think it's going to be.
She's not going to be happy about this.
No.
And Yazan is going to think that's what you understand it is.
Yes, I think. Yeah.
Yazan, she actually does this a little more than he does, which is saying something. But Yazan never takes what her experience is like into his idea.
No.
Because again, he's probably taught he doesn't need to think what a woman thinks about, because that doesn't matter to his kind of a lot to his culture.
Right.
It's about what the man thinks.
Yeah.
It's not going to go well.
Yeah, they got some real like little loser relationships on this season. Like, there's no chance. Because on the other way, the first season, they seemed like, well, Laura and Alan, no way in hell.
No
that
way.
was. Who else? Who else did we? Corey and Evelyn, I could see it working. She would just eat him like a praying mantis.
Exactly. Corey, Evelyn, Jenny Sumit.
Jenny and Sumit are on this season. We've talked about them, right?
No,
we still have
no, they're
to.
next. Speaking of,
Jesus, this episode's never going. We just said, oh, we're going to do this one fast.
we did.
But no, now we've had to talk about, Ardmore Little Theater has been brought up 3 times.
Twice.
But you brought up 3 productions.
That's fair. ALT, ALT. peeps
I'm going
on
to have
this
to give you embargoes on what you can talk about.
It's fine. Let's talk about Jenny and Sumit.
Trading Spaces edition. Okay. Jenny and Sumit should not DIY.
They could do it, though. Can't you see, though? Hi, I'm Paige Davis. I'm here with 2 owners. This is Sumit. This is his first wife. And this is his second wife. And you guys are going
to chicken.
You're going to trade places.
So they decide they're going to paint an accent wall because their house does look pretty sparse and like just walls.
And nothing says we don't want to do a lot like an accent wall.
That's the truth.
Y'all.
Nothing says, what's the least effort I can put in?
Just paint your fucking walls. Don't be basic. An accent wall was a very, 1994 thing to do.
It was. No, I would say late 90s. Yeah.
I'm just saying its time has passed.
We're thinking of an accent wall. So
now, if you're painting your whole apartment and you want to, no, just paint the room.
I don't know. I think you can paint certain...
Now, people are doing wallpaper accent walls.
Yeah.
And that I'm here for.
Oh, I love, a bathroom wallpaper
Love
accent.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
This just got really gay.
We had wallpaper.
Love it.
We had wallpaper
Paul
in our bathroom as kids, and they had cartoon pictures of people taking a bath on it. It was a kid's bath, so my mom made it cute. And then when my brother went through puberty, he drew pubic hair and drew tits on all the women.
Oh, wow.
My mom was pissed. In pen.
Jesus. He was old enough to know that was stupid, right?
Yeah. I don't know if the new homeowners noticed that when they moved in or not.
Didn't they wallpaper over it?
No, we kept that wallpaper. Maybe my mom did wallpaper over it. But we have bright orange 70 sinks, so it's what do you do with that?
Yeah. So you guys, they're the paint, they don't mix it for you. They give you these little
No.
bottles, and Jenny's like, "Whoa, those are little bottles of paint, peacock."
It's true.
And then they give you the paint like the kind of the raw material of the paint, whatever that is.
The pigment.
The pigment.
They give you the pigment, and then they give you the base.
The
and you have
base,
to
yeah.
mix it yourself.
That's
No-
the word, base.
Normally,
Someone does that for you.
you go to Osh Hardware or wherever.
There's this
Ace.
really hot guy at a Home Depot who used to mix paint.
Oh, I follow him on Instagram.
Me too.
He's Eva Mendez's brothers.
Oh, really?
You didn't know that?
That Carlos?
Y'all, I'm going to tell you right now.
He's going to get some extra followers.
If you want to see a really fucking hot
He's
man.
gorgeous. He used to mix paint at Home Depot.
Now he's a bartender, and I keep going. C. Mendez 78.
Yeah, Carlos Mendez.
C.
Y'all,
Mendez 78.
People
Bingo.
would people would go to the paint thing and just stare at him. He was so beautiful.
He is so fucking hot, y'all. Come at me. Anyway, Carlos Mendez.
I hope he gets some more Instagram followers.
He's pretty. I don't know why he's not
gorgeous.
working enough.
Maybe he's not a good actor.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe
I don't
he's
think
not.
so. He's got some stuff on his IMDb.
IMDb.
Yep. Anyway, y'all.
This is a gross LA conversation.
We went
just
to
shut
Home
up.
Depot a lot.
Yeah. Oh.
Just to look at him.
And then if the old man helped us, the old grumpy man, I was really pissed.
And so Pootie will make me go to that Wendy's by there and get him a Frosty Freeze to dip his French fries in.
I love that.
That was sad and that was real
and accurate.
Anyway, y'all. So, if you've ever painted a room before, which I have, my father was a plumber and house contractor.
No, you've never mentioned it.
So we built houses and stuff a lot. The way they paint this wall.
Oh, I know. They didn't even mix it well.
They didn't mix it well.
It was so
They're
awful.
Painting up and down. They didn't tape. There was no.
They didn't tape at all. You're right.
They didn't lay any paper or the paint was just dripping down the siding.
Oh, it was so awful.
It was. It made me livid.
They didn't, and they did not. They had rollers, but they weren't doing it right. They were
No,
going
that
up
you
and
gotta
down.
Do it like in a W.
Yeah.
It was. They were just rolling up and down like stripes.
Because vertical stripes don't blend well, you guys.
You guys,
You could have gone. They could have done a Google search on how to paint.
it really upset me. Anyway.
I said they never need to do that again.
Never again. So he tells Jenny, though, while they're painting, that his parents want to talk, and Jenny's worried. Are you worried that they're going to try to keep you there? And he says no. But Jenny, she's not going. And
No,
Jenny,
she says absolutely not. I'm not
she
going.
is like, I'm still traumatized. Which
Right.
who could blame her, y'all? If you don't remember that
Oh.
episode where those
She went full on chicken.
when those people
When it happened. Don't pull over, y'all.
I don't think they can hear what they're going to do. But yeah, don't pull over,
Okay.
please. Or Emily says, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are thou amongst women."
Lord be with them.
Amen.
The
Love
hour,
'em.
and the hour of their
Sending
death.
love to those people. Anyway, y'all. So she is. What you think about it was she came in and they were like, that was when her mother gave her the death stare and said, "Over my dead body, you're going to be."
She looked at me with hate in her eyes. Oh,
But so Sumit says basically they're supporting him with the divorce thing. Or Jenny says, so they're supporting him with the
supporting his
divorce
divorce,
thing,
but not
they're
with Jenny.
expecting you to come home and be home. And Sumit says, yeah. And Jenny said, kind of, why talk to them when you know they're not going to listen? And I've said this before. I used to say this to therapy clients. They would say, I'm really upset with this person. Should I talk to them? And I would say, what is the benefit for you and what is the benefit for them for you speaking to them? And if it would be something of, well, I just want to tell them because they just need to know and I've got to get this off my chest.
That's not helpful.
That's not helpful.
Yep.
It's don't have conversations with people when you know they're not going to be receptive. What's the point?
Right.
It's like Andre should have never spoken to Chuck and Charlie.
No.
Because as soon as he didn't shake their hand, they're not receptive to that.
Right.
And it's this thing, it drives me crazy. And I'm trying to understand the culture, but y'all, there is a freedom when you stop worrying about how you are perceived by other people.
Especially your parents.
And live truly your own life.
Mhm.
It is a freedom.
I agree.
I wish that for all of you.
Me too. That's a wonderful thing.
And a big dick.
I want that for everyone too. I really think if they're going to be together, Sumit has to just, and this sounds awful. He even said it. It's either Jenny or it's my parents. I don't see the parents caving.
And normally, we're not like, we love being Americans and we love the USA and we love all that. We're very patriotic. But we also feel like there's other places people can live in the world and they're great countries and can be happy. But in this case, I'm kind of like, I think he just needs to move to the U.S.
so
with her.
oppressive,
And like say, because they still have people watching them and look at them. I'm like, does it have to be this hard?
Yeah. Go somewhere else.
Somewhere that's green.
So that's why I think everything except Sumit had another Audrey 2 on the side.
The only thing I keep thinking is, and maybe we don't know, does Sumit lie? Is he lying? Does he have children?
Oh my God, no.
What if he has children with his first wife?
He said, I think he said they never consummated the marriage.
But who? He's
a liar.
He's a liar.
You just destroyed my world there.
I'm just saying, it could be a possibility.
I do feel like he loves her. And I feel like I know she loves him.
Her too, but he might have sired children with this other woman out of duty.
Don't ever say the word sired again.
Sired. It's Sire After Dark. Improv. It's Sire. Y'all, that's the show.
That is the show, y'all. That's the
show.
Toe. That's Toe. Welcome to Toe.
That's a Toe. So we are going to now. It is time for something that.
God, this is so long.
Do we want to do our sissy shout out this week?
We have to.
Do we have one?
You mean spotlight?
Our sissy spotlight. Did we have a spotlight this week?
I don't. We'll have to look. Pause it.
Can we skip it? I'm hot.
No, we're
it's
doing
hot
it
in here. Fine.
We're doing it.
Hey, Poodle, and hey, Mr. Mattie. I just want to tell y'all that you have made my life so much more enjoyable since I found your podcast. I am a 50-year-old mom of 3 boys at home, and I don't know what I would do without you guys. Also, as far as the Ronald and Tiffany situation, I saw that. And I am the flight attendant who met the pilot and broke off the engagement before her wedding. Always trust your gut. Anywho, Poodles, I just want to let y'all know that you have just filled a void in my life that I needed. You guys have a good night.
Okay, y'all, we're back. That was lovely.
We love our flight attendant sissies.
Flight attendant sissies, and she had a message for that Tiffany Ronald thing that we were talking about.
You're in that situation, what, Poodle?
That was, and go with your gut.
Go.
Tiffany Ronald, this is from our Patreon episode about Tiffany and Ronald, where she's basically, Tiffany's like, my gut's telling me it's not a good idea.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
Y'all, that's called, I often, when I'm teaching, I often talk about our brain and our body. Where your body knows how to survive. Yes. And your body or something in you, maybe it's conscience or some type of anima or something, is going to tell you what you need to do that's going to be better for you to survive.
It's like,
and your brain's going to fight that.
There is this liquor store, convenience store by my house where we stop a lot and get gas. And I remember this was like 2 years ago. I was sitting there and I was getting... I already paid for my gas, but I really wanted to Diet Dr. Pepper. Let's be honest, Fritos.
Yep.
And so I was in line to pay, and I just had a feeling it said, put this down and get out. And I put it down on the floor right there, and I just walked out. I got in the car, and I told my boyfriend, I was like, I'm sorry, I just had to leave. I had a feeling. And then a man was shot there.
Wow.
Now, that was 2 years later when he was shot there, but I already knew. I could sense it. It's like a premonition.
Or maybe it was just your mother's voice saying, Matthew, you really need that Dr. Pepper?
So flight attendant, sissy. Good for... What would you do if you were a flight attendant?
It would never happen. I don't fly well anyway.
That's true.
It would never happen.
But the amount of dick you would have sex with...
Oh, what? I'd have a boy in every port.
And
dick in every hole.
And a boy, and a boy actually at every port. That first analogy, he was talking about his asshole, y'all. Just his butthole.
Have a boy
That's
in every
what he calls
port.
It.
Coming aboard.
While they're fucking you, could you press play and then the Titanic theme just plays?
I'm done.
I'm done. But
That's what I
Celine,
say. Get
Celine
out.
didn't sing that. I don't care. I'm done.
Get out.
And then they shut the door and they walk away and they just hear.
Yes, we love our sissy spotlights.
We do love our.
Yo, keep going,
Thank
queens.
you for this, queen.
Shit's hard, and we're glad we're getting through. We're getting some of you through out there. You're getting us through too. Tell you
It's
that.
true. Let's jump
It's been
in.
a crazy anniversary week.
It's been a crazy one.
I think I said before this. We've done this day. Today I'm doing this episode. We're doing Instagram Live tomorrow. I'm going to see you again on Thursday, and I think Friday we're getting married.
Maybe.
I think that's what
We don't know.
happens.
It's
The
like a
rehearsal
fucking
dinner is on
wedding.
Thursday.
Y'all, we're reminding you before we do our.
I'm not a virgin, by the way.
Let's do
I
our
should tell
last
you.
minute announcements before we do the Spissy Plot.
Good
What do
idea.
you think about that? So, we want to remind everybody that if you're in the Patreon, we're going to be doing the $15 tier. We're doing our live YouTube chat on Sunday at 4 p.m.
YouTube Live,
We will email you a couple of hours
4
prior.
p.m. Pacific.
We'll email you a couple hours before that with the YouTube
With the link.
And by a couple of hours before, it probably will be 10
20
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
So don't fucking come at us. I promise you it'll
we'll
be
send
done.
it.
We're not
I promise
forgetting.
you we'll send it. So we'll be doing that.
With really passive aggressive emoji.
If you're in the Facebook group, anybody can join our private Facebook group, the Sissy Squad. If you join that group, we have a lot of fun in there. We're going to be a lot of you had decided you wanted to send us things.
Which
for our
is
anniversary,
lovely
which is
for our
very
anniversary.
Sweet.
Some are sending cash because I may have requested it.
Please don't send cash.
Don't send cash.
We did have one sissy
Monopoly money's okay.
who did a lovely donation to some nonprofits in our
saw
names.
that.
It was very sweet.
We love that.
Gay
you
Men's
guys.
Chorus of Los Angeles loved it. So you can.
I've made my way through there, so
Yeah.
you've
They
supported.
They deserve your charity because Poodle has fucked them all. Wow, it's the reason why he
you know
can't be
what?
in there.
It's funny because it's true. I think I've made. It's why I can't be in it.
Yeah, y'all. There-
Also, Gay Men's Chorus is pretty redundant.
it's like chorus,
Or
chorus.
Men's Chorus.
Yeah, it's
You
like
don't need to
men's,
say gay.
men's ballet troupe. We get it. We get it. Anyway, so y'all, you can, but you do not have to do anything for us. If you want to, that's very sweet. Our address, our Wilshire Boulevard address for 90 Day Gays is in the show notes.
the show notes.
If you want to send a card or something to that, you are more than welcome to. Also,
Your thanks are enough, though.
your thanks are enough. We really appreciate that you've been with us and sticking around for a year. We're going to go over really quickly for some of you new people that are interested in the Gatreon, which is what we call our Patreon, what those different tiers are. We will be brief as possible. But
yeah, we didn't do it at the beginning because we're like, get to it.
Talk about Deavan's eye makeup. Well, she wasn't wearing any because she's sad Deavan.
Yeah.
There's sad Deavan who wears no makeup, and then
Happy Deavan, who looks like a kind
Who
of
looks
like
Sarah
geisha makeup.
Brightman
Yeah,
in Phantom of the Opera. So
y'all, the $5 tier.
Yes.
At the $5 tier,
it's
the
our Lonely Heart tier.
Lonely Heart tier, you're going to get a bonus classic episode of 90 Day Fiancé every week. And you're also going to get that's like one of the episodes we haven't watched.
Right now,
Like,
we're doing The Other Way.
We're doing The Other Way season one.
1.
And then you're also going to get all of our binges, but that's Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle,
Tiger Queens.
Which
is
There's
Tiger
another, and I keep forgetting it.
We did Love
who cares?
Island on TV Co. So it's not that.
I don't know. But anyway, that's and you're also going to get 10% off of merch
Yes.
from our merch store. At the $8 tier, which is our Don't Pull Over tier,
Yes.
you're going to get all of our By Curious episodes, which right now we're doing one a month. And it's basically we kind of spin the wheel of television and say, what's some show we'd like to check out and share with y'all that's not
Yeah.
90 Day? And like we've done Indian matchmaking. We
It's
did
true.
2 episodes of Indian
Oh,
matchmaking.
Smothered's on the $5
Oh my
tier.
God! How could I
we not
forget
remember?
Smothered? Smothered's on the $5 tier.
Oh, God, Smothered.
I'm going to say this now. I miss Smothered crab cake.
Crab cake.
If you
I came home and
probably masturbated.
I vomited and then I probably masturbated to porno and I'm a bad Christian. Cheated on my wife.
God, I miss him.
I know.
And I'll never forget you, Mom.
Because I'm driving down the highway. Anyway, y'all. So
We had fun with that show. It was a fucking mess.
We did not to waylay. So that's all at the $5 smothered. But the $8
scared
tier
me.
is our bi-curious episodes.
You also get one of our bi-curious episodes was actually Love After Lockup. At the $8 tier, you get all of Love After Lockup.
And the reason why Love After Lockup is on the $8 tier, y'all, because last season was 53 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
So we committed to this.
We're not doing. It's not a binge like a $5.
It's not a binge. It's a year long. It's
a
like
commitment.
we're imprisoned.
Without the anal sex.
True, because we're in quarantine. So that's a thing. And then the $15 tier, that's our watch along tier. That's the come at us tier.
That's you got us watching the show.
That's the highest tier. That's where before we recap the $5 classic, like old episodes of The Other Way, we watch it.
And you get our first responses.
Yeah, Christina and our sissy team, she edits a 30-minute kind of shorter episode of it.
Yeah.
We watch it. You get our first-time responses. This week, y'all, the videos are on Poodle's computer and he presses play. This week, he started playing gay porn.
It wasn't explicit porn.
You couldn't see it, but I did, and I'm forever changed because, y'all, he's into some freaky deaky 80s reenactment shit. Somebody had a VHS and someone wasn't, and that tape was not going in the right slot. It was weird.
Game over.
I had a very strong reaction. I haven't watched the edit yet, but I'm pretty sure Christina's going to put it in there.
Probably.
So, y'all, that's for free this week. So that's the Patreon. If you want to access all these things, if you're on the Patreon, you're just going to get emails already with everything, even no matter what tier you're at. If you're free, our free podcast episode, our Patreon podcast episodes are in the free podcast this week. And on Thursday at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time, we will launch the watch along for you to watch. And for people that don't want to join Patreon, it will be at the Twitter, Instagram, and at our Facebook, our public Facebook group, facebook.com/90daygays. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
So that's everything. And lastly, y'all, leave a review, put 5 stars, and write something on
Keep
there.
going, Queens,
Keep going, Queens, or
not. Don't be vulgar though.
or
iTunes don't like that.
They don't like that. So whatever, we appreciate the love.
Just don't say one great show, 1 star.
Don't be ironic.
I think it's time for our sissy shout-outs.
Sure.
We have a lot of sissy somethings.
We do have a lot of...
Spotlight.
Oh, I forgot standing
I knew.
under your
You know what?
spotlight.
I was like getting ready, and I knew I didn't. I didn't supervise you, and I knew you would forget it. So that's my fault.
Well, I did it late. All right, Sissy Spotlight. We have you and V.
Sissy shout out.
Sissy shout out. You have you,
God.
and I have V.
Yeah.
Poodle.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This shout out goes to Pristina Uriki.
Oh, God.
Pristina Uriki. Or maybe you, Ricky. I like saying ooh, Ricky. Ooh, Ricky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Ooh, Ricky. Christina.
Ricky.
Sorry, Pristina, not Christina. That's her real name.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Y'all, ain't nothing more that Pristina loves than ranch dressing.
Ooh.
Like,
Drew's,
so
that's
much
my
so,
favorite.
and I don't know if you're aware of this, but you are aware of it because you're an American, but she was growing up. She loved ranch dressing so much. She always wanted to live in the town of Hidden Valley.
Oh, that's in California.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I
Hidden
would
Valley
rather you not waylay me because
Sorry.
I'm going to tell a story about it. But thank you. No, I don't need your clarifications. And I do it to you. So yeah. But somehow mine usually seem to help you move your story. So she always wanted to live in the town of Hidden Valley. And finally, she left home at 16, a runaway. And she'd run away if you want to survive.
Run away.
So she, don't change my song. So she went to Hidden Valley and she entered the Miss Hidden Valley beauty contest.
I'm already jealous. love beauty pageants.
Miss Teen Hidden Valley. And they're like, who is this young Pristina Uricki?
Oh, yeah.
Who is this beauty
beautiful.
who stepped out? Now, what she did not realize before entering this is to get crowned Miss Hidden Valley teen, she had to basically dip the perfect celery and carrot into Hidden Valley Ranch, and she had to then proceed to eat it in a very sexual way.
Okay.
And she thought, what's a way that I can seal this one up? How can I stand out from all the other girls?
Okay.
So she took not a carrot stick, but a whole carrot, dipped it in ranch, and stuck it in her vagina. And they crowned her queen for a day.
Y'all, his always go sexual.
Now, she did not eat the carrot. She let that be the judges. She fed it. And that may be why she won. That kind of makes sense now. And today she is married to that head judge. They don't live in Hidden Valley, though. They had to leave after the scandal.
Better took her 3 weeks to get rid of that yeast infection.
And the scandal wasn't because she stuck the carrot in her hoo-hoo. It was that she fucked the judge.
Okay.
They'd seen that before.
Oh, okay.
They're sex positive in Hidden Valley, y'all. Where ranch flows down the streets. Is that really in California?
Yeah. Hidden Valley Ranch was in California, yeah.
That's made up. Anyway, that's Pristina Uricki's story.
Well, I guess I'm going to follow that.
Good luck.
You know, sometimes I like to have whatever. So, y'all, this next sissy shout out, this goes to our letter D. This goes to Vanessa Mavis.
Okay. Mavis.
Last name is a rhyme of Mavis. Starts with D. Oh, I did it wrong.
Wow.
I'm supposed to say Vanessa Davis, not Vanessa Mavis, right? It's Vanessa Davis, y'all.
You're supposed to use the first name, like Lanessa.
Anyway, y'all, Vanessa, she's an OG sissy, and she really, truly loves, more than anything, Skateland.
Oh, Skateland.
She loves...
Is that a chain?
That's what they call it in Ardmore, but I think it is a chain.
This is not an Ardmore story.
No, but she loves going to skating rinks, so I just call them all
better.
Skateland. Yeah. Moonlight, Rollerway, whatever you want to call. She loves going skating, y'all. She loves to skate so much that, she started this in high school, and she was that girl. She developed early, so she was that girl, like, 13, kind of like Heather Harris Horn.
Ooh.
She's a girl at 13, just busty.
Yeah.
She would go around that skating rink.
She's
and
voluptuous.
And the girls and the guys were just like, oing, 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 like, whoa, Vanessa is hot.
Yeah.
Because she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful
I believe
human.
it.
Anyway, and Vanessa, she got all the attention, and she realized, well, I'm just going to take this one step further. And she went to a podiatrist.
Okay.
And y'all, that's a foot doctor. And not everybody knows.
Okay.
Carl, what's a podiatrist?
I've never seen her intrude on a sissy shout out before.
Carl's wife, shut up. I'm telling a story.
Shh, Carl's wife,
Right.
quiet.
Never mind, Carl. Anyway, so
That's so meta that she responds to what we...
so Vanessa Davis.
Keep going. I'm having a hard time with that. That messes with my idea of space and time so much because we don't even know when this podcast is coming out, y'all. Carl's wife somehow responds.
So Vanessa
Sorry.
Vanessa Davis, she got her roller skates permanently attached to her feet.
Oh my, like sewn in?
She showers in them. She swims in them. And
You're crying.
yeah, I was crying. I was laughing. She she goes to Sonic, and they think that she works there, and she's like, no, I'm just here for a football. Here for it's happy hour.
I'm here to eat.
I'm here to eat,
not here
not
to work.
And y'all, she last but not least, she got inspired by our watching chats. Y'all, we do a watching chat every Saturday night usually.
Oh yeah, Saturday nights.
Not this Saturday night because we're doing a
live unboxing.
Live unboxing of all the gifts that you sent us on the Facebook
Forgot to talk
group.
about that.
Well, we're telling you about
much.
it now. So she got inspired when we did an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, and so she said, "I'm going to watch all of Andrew Lloyd Webber," and then she watched Starlight Express.
Oh, they're all on roller skates.
And then
in that,
she
y'all.
realized no one's done a version of Hamilton on skates. So she is mounting the first production of Hamilton, and she's calling it Rollerton.
She may want to check on the licensing
about
in that.
the first president
who
was on roller skates, and they were made of wood.
Okay, who was
Kind of
that?
like Washington. It was Johnson. Not Lyndon B. Johnson. Wasn't there another Johnson?
President Frank Johnson, who was somewhere
Yeah.
in there in like the 1770s.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
y'all, so she started a GoFundMe, but not on GoFundMe. It's on iwantmoney.net. So if you just Google that, iwantmoney.net and Rollerton, you'll find Vanessa Davis.
Vanessa, you may want to check out those rights. Seriously, you may. It's gonna be hard to get those rights
Y'all,
right now.
We wish these stories were made up, but they're 110% accurate. And that's the show, everybody.
Good Lord.
Everybody, we appreciate
Like
you
I
so
just
much.
had a baby.
A year ago today, we jumped into this journey, and y'all were either too drunk or too delirious to notice that you jumped in with us, and we appreciate you forever.
And the shows have become so, I would just say, weird. Like
I don't know.
I don't know what the show is anymore.
I don't know what it is anymore.
But y'all seem to like it.
But we're having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. And
Because
thank you for your support, you guys. Thank you for telling your friends. Thank you for telling people about our Sissy Squad.
the best way that you can honestly is when you see our videos and stuff on Instagram, tag your friend.
Yep.
Or if it's on our Insta story, share it to your
Share it.
story, retweet it.
Tell your coworkers.
Tag some people. That really means more to us than That means
Anything.
more to Poodle than sending him cash.
And that's a lot.
And that's a lot. But I think we love 90 Day Fiancé, and we love y'all, and you love us. But I think we all love each other because we're all just lonely hearts.
We're all just lonely hearts.
looking for love in all the wrong places, aren't we, Poodle?
Yes. And if you have a problem with your milk and you need to switch it from Jewish to Christian in a day, call us.